Hey guys, before we get into this video, I got a rump date for you. Jeremy had to get rid of his seats because he's too thick. And I said, if you're giving me the seats, just give me the whole side-by-side. And guess what? Sucker fell for it. At least he could have cleaned his shit up.
Well, this is not the video I expected to be making. I figured after West Virginia, we have a little break from filming until Hollerwood. Yet here we are, 1 week after West Virginia, making a video. This one's a fun one because I'm stepping down as pilot of Project Shit Show. Steph is stepping up as the pilot of Project Shit Show. That means that I need a machine. And Steph, my lovely wife, was so nice. She's gonna let her 1K go. Son of a bitch! I know it's tough for her to let it go, but in West Virginia, the suspension on this machine kind of beat her ass, and she's got the need for speed. She wants a little more power, so we're going to double the power for her. That brings us down to Attica Motorsports, which is at the Badlands, and we're here to get a new machine for me. A little backstory onto kind of what's been going on. We have been talking about doing something like this where I will jokingly get a Turbo R and then Steph takes over the Pro XP, and there's always been like comments within the group about that. And Jesse, the red wonder of the world, he actually said to me that we can't be friends if I don't show up to Hollerwood with a Turbo R. And, you know, we laugh at it because it's not possible. Well, it looks like we're going to be bringing a Turbo R to Hollerwood. Dude and Mrs. Dude know about it. Dude's actually holding you guys up right now. So,
Good job, dude.
Yeah, dude.
With us living so close in proximity to them, we really couldn't get this one by them. I talked about moving a trailer and he knew something was up, so I was gonna try and surprise them too, but it didn't work out. Didn't work out right, so they wanted to come with. He brought 50 Shades of Orange here, and we're gonna do a little riding today with a new machine and his machine, and get you guys a video. But the rest of the group does not know, including Jesse, Lou, Pat, none of them have an idea. So I'm hoping to get surprising them on video, whereas, you know, Jesse said he can't be friends with me if I don't have this new machine, and he pulls up and the new machine's there. The only way that's gonna get ruined is the fact that we're trading this in. and they're probably going to put this up for sale. And we all follow the Badlands and Attica Motorsports on social media, so there's a chance they're going to see that. I'm going to try and talk them into not posting a picture of me with the new machine until after the trip, but we're going to try and get a good surprise, and let's hope it works out. I guess we'll catch back up with you once it's a done deal, and we'll go over what I got.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
2024 Polaris Rzr Turbo R Sport. Rzr. This is about as basic as you guys can get. Well, not about, it is. No ride command, no electric shocks. It's just pure Turbo R, no electronics. Which is probably better. I have a tendency on breaking stuff, so it's one of those things where keep it simple, stupid, and that fits me well. The crazy looking Pro XP I was driving, that Steph will now be driving, that started its life as a Pro XP Sport, and as life happens, it turned into whatever you would call it now. And when I say that, whatever it is now, that's a good thing. It's a unique machine. There's not many you see at places like this just rolling around. So if you don't know, the Turbo R is kind of like a baby brother to the Pro R. You're getting the same suspension where you have these beefy ass A-arms, and you have the big old axle running through the shock. You got the 3-piece sway bar, which will probably come off, and it's 74 inches wide. So this is going to be my first time driving anything other than a 64-inch wide machine. I'm really excited about this because I spend time driving behind Jesse, who has a Pro R. So this is the same suspension as him, and the things that machine can do just amazes me. So I'm really excited about this. I mean, other than that, it's a sport model, guys. I mean, it's just a machine. They are nice enough to give you some storage. I know some of the Pro XP Sports, they stopped giving you this little storage container, and I do have that. And look at that. Believe it or not, at some point when these are new, these do open and close and latch. That won't last long, but you know, that's how it goes. One thing I do like about this sport model as opposed to the Pro XP, my Pro XP Sport came with that 3-point regular seatbelt. These are not the Click 6, these are the 4-point Sub-Zero, but at least it's a harness. So it's a little safer. Out back, you got the same big old beefy trailing arms. Strength on these I don't think is an issue. It's just clearance. But it's a big step over the sheet metal ones that are on the Pro XP from the factory. Your powertrain, same as a Pro XP, 181 horsepower, 2-cylinder turbo engine, 925. I say that because if I say 1000 cc, people will start killing me in the comments. It's a 925, guys. God forbid you say 1000. Something I'm really looking forward to with this, as far as doing maintenance, is the wheel bearings. I had constant issues with wheel bearings on the Pro XP, and it might be one of those things where it's a Jeremy problem, not a machine problem. But these are automotive style, where they're actually bolted in. So I really like that. I'm hoping these stronger components hold up better to me. I mean, other than that, back is like a Pro XP, same bed, tail lights, all that stuff, doors, all the same. Everything on this machine is down here with the suspension. Because this is a big, you know, financial risk you take to get these, it's gonna be a little bit, but eventually this is gonna get the works. It'll get a cage. We'll see how the plastics hold up again, and I'll decide if this one goes fender delete. We plan on putting all the Bikeman stuff, get this thing a little more power, eventually doing the trailing arms, all the normal stuff. But for now, we're gonna run it stock on the 32-inch Rampage tires, which most reviews are not good on these, but you know, we'll run them down to like 5 psi and see what happens. I think that's pretty much it. Let's we're at an off-road park, so let's go out there, test it out, see what it's all about.
God damn it, Jeremy. Ooh.
That's trailing arm.
It'll be stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up.
I just wanna stay mad, shit. I'ma show it 'cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back.
Figured let Steph drive because yeah, she did trade in her machine for this, and you know, in general, you know, we don't get the toys without each other, so she wants to experience the Rzr. So initial impressions, the suspension is fabulous. Just out of the box, you get in it, and it's very smooth and composed. Same thing with the steering. I noticed they have a bigger EPS motor on top. It's not like the Pro XP. It's the steering input is very easy. I believe that's how the 24 like Mrs. Dudes is. Because I know when she got that, the steering's really easy, right? That's how this feels. But I don't know, guys, it's buttery smooth. It's very noticeable turning the machine.
Buttered sausage?
Huh? Yeah, it's like buttered sausage. That's it. Yeah, that's better. Not buttery smooth, it's like buttered sausage.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
As far as power, I already know what to expect. For me, I came from a stage 3 tune, so you know, I'm doing the proper braking, so I'm not flooring it or anything, but this feels slow as shit compared to what I'm used to, and that's just because of the tune. As Steph always says, you gotta have two something to do something.
Words to live by.
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of dirt bikers here today, and they don't respect our film studio here. It's unbelievable. But I think that's it for initial impressions. We're probably gonna hit some more trails. As I expected, also I don't know if it's on camera really, but I tried to go up some slab thing, got to the top, and boom, trailing arms. But I expected that on this machine. I've seen it in videos of other Pro Rs, Turbo Rs. I've witnessed it live with Jesse. They're just kind of the low-hanging fruit. I gotta remember I'm not in the Pro XP with high clearance things, because I've already hit some stuff.
Yep.
And we've been out for 10 minutes, so my bad.
Crunch something.
Yeah, things were getting crunchy, but you know, shit happens.
Sometimes shit happens.
We're probably a couple weeks later. Gonna give you guys a little update because we've done some work to the Turbo R. We've done some work to the Pro XP. I guess we'll hit you with the Pro XP update real quick. In West Virginia, even though it's all like green trails for the most part, on those green trails, that higher speed stuff, like I jokingly said, I can feel my front end falling apart, and it's because it was. So I finally killed a set of the Polaris HD bearings, only in the front. Those were roached out pretty good, so both tires had quite a bit of play in them. On top of that, the lower ball joints were pretty whopped out. Not broken, but super sloppy. So it's got its third set of kryptonite ball joints in that machine. I think in way less than 2 years, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not the machine, maybe it's not the ball joints. We're gonna find out now, because it's got fresh ones, and that's Steph's machine now. So she had those same ball joints in her XP1K, and they were still tight. On top of that, the brakes, they started making some noises in West Virginia, and you know, they got to the point at the end there where I'm like, man, I don't really have brakes, and found out why. I'm gonna show you the worst one, just because you guys probably don't want to look at all my brake pads, but my rear driver side, you know, I might have some clips on my phone how I found it, but I didn't break this off. This was just dangling there, and we're paper thin, so oops. She will be running her Obor Rock Monsters or Rock Scrapers. This is the older model, so it's still called Rock Monster, but 32s on the Tusk wheels, and they've been doing real good for her, so hopefully it does really good on this machine for her. I'm excited to see her rip this thing. The Turbo R was supposed to be a surprise to most of the group that we were going to bring to Hollerwood, and that's where this video is going to end, is revealing the surprise. Well, Lou found out.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
So basically, we left the Badlands that day, and we weren't there that long. We just wanted to drive it a little bit, get some shots for you guys. And right as we left, they had already listed Steph's old machine for sale on the internet. So I'm like, shit, this is not gonna work. And it lasted a little bit. They posted it for sale. Then they posted my new machine saying congratulations, Jeremy, but thank goodness I wasn't in the photo, so that one wasn't too scary to me. But then someone bought Steph's machine, so then they posted that up congratulating them, and Steph's 1K was a pretty recognizable machine. Well, Lou saw one of those, either the for sale or when it got bought, texted me. Thank goodness he only texted me. He didn't do it in the group message. So Jesse still does not know, and at this point, we're, what, Saturday? And we're leaving Thursday. So we're, you know, a few days away here, and he still doesn't know. So I may have already talked about why the Turbo R. I don't remember, but we also had some wind noise, so if I did, it's probably shitty. Turbo R, Pro R. So there's a few reasons that I went this route. Number one, Jesse's been having problems. It has that torque limiter. He deleted it, and as we speak, he's working on his machine right now. I think he just blew another diff. So it's the aftermarket parts that screwed everything up. All the components are different in that machine. They might be good, but the Turbo R is very appealing to me because it has that suspension like the Pro R, but it has the same engine that's in this machine. You know, a lot of those parts are going to be interchangeable. All the clutch parts, I'm pretty sure everything's interchangeable. I would imagine the belt is interchangeable. So that stuff is nice. And I'm very familiar with this. Once you have this thing tuned, I'm very happy with the performance. Right now, the 24 is slow as dog shit, but it is what it is for right now. I still was considering Pro R, but being a big guy, I just can't imagine myself, like, you know, straddling the center of the machine trying to pull the clutch off. I just can't picture it, and I don't want to be leaning over to get it. So stuff like that, just how you have to work on the machine. I'm just very familiar with the Pro XP, and I really like it. So the Turbo R is the bigger, better suspension with the Pro XP kind of driveline, some of it motor, powertrain, I guess is what you would say. To some people, you're going to say it's stupid, but I want what I want, you know? You would think it'd be a lot lighter, but it's not. I think it's only 100 pounds lighter than the Pro R. Wheelbase, same as the Pro X. That's where we're at. I didn't get to drive it much, but holy shit, this thing is stupid.
Just say it.
Every time I try to explain it, I'm at a loss for words. It's just stupid. And I haven't even got to push it yet. So here she is, as you can see, torn apart a little bit. It's because we're adding some parts. This cage is not staying stock for long, so I'm not buying a roof. So I had this sitting on the side of the garage, threw that on. So this one, I don't know, maybe it'll irritate some people doing this to a brand new machine. I think Steph's a little irritated by it, but I don't care. This is somewhat Haggard. This is what we do. So this machine looked really nice and clean. You know, I officially made it 2 weeks without rolling it, unlike the Pro XP. I rolled it under 2 weeks ownership. So I needed to make it not look so nice. So I added the banged up doors that were on the Pro XP before the fender delete. Steph is super happy with how it turned out. I say that because she's over by the truck staring at me like I'm an idiot. Some of the bolts are in there, some are not. And you can see my footprints from trying to bend the door. These doors have seen some shit. Especially the driver's door. This one has been through hell. I really had to bend the shit out of this to get it to bolt on. And that's mostly because of this. This was the door frame off the Pro XP. As you can see, broken. Had a little rollover incident in the Badlands, if you're not aware, if you're newer here. It's out there though. I drove the weekend with no door. Pretty neat, but we have these doors on here now. And they, you know, they're a little tough, but they work. At some point, maybe this machine gets a fender delete too. I'm kind of curious to see if the plastics hold up better because it's a wider machine, so maybe they're not up against the earth so much. I don't know. We'll see. So we have it all torn apart. Biggest reason yesterday, dude was over here helping me. Before the Hollywood trip, I really wanted to have a winch. So we got the Super ATV Black Ops 6,000 pounder on this one. Installation was a breeze. I really like the setup over the Pro XP. There's nice little hangers so you can mount the winch, hang it on there, bolt it up. Simple stuff. Didn't feel it was worth doing a video on, so I'm just showing you guys. They give you everything you need, and it's all laid out. Though when we did this one on the Pro XPs, those were new models, and I don't think they had everything figured out, but this one was really simple to do. So they give you the switch already connected to a harness. You got your big solenoid box, ran all the wires, put that up here, and that's pretty much it. You have an accessory wire that goes to a keyed on power, and she works. So we had to do this on the Pro XPs too when we put this setup in, but the winch comes wound up from Super ATV with the winch rope coming out the bottom, which is, I think, the proper way to do it. But the way this is mounted, that doesn't work. So you have to unspool it and then spool it back up so it's coming up out of the top. So we did that, and we also had to switch the wires around. So blue goes to yellow, yellow goes to blue, to reverse the directions. So the switch matches with what's going on. It does come with a little wireless remote too, which is also improved over the one that is on this. This one's a 4500. Seems a little sturdier, and it actually says in and out besides just arrows that you're just kind of guessing, or you have to think about. This is in and out. And you got a little loop thing. I could hook it to my belt or something. This Pro XP, Dude's Pro XP, Mrs. Dude's XP 1K, all have 4,500 pound winches. Steph's 1K that is gone now had a 4,500 pound winch. I went with the 6,000 simply because these machines are all just getting heavier, including the one it's going on. And now that we ride with Jesse, and he has a frickin' struggle bus that weighs a lot, I figured the added power will help. Because some of the times where he got really stuck, you know, we did have concerns on how we're gonna unstick him, just because sometimes his winch was giving out, and we all have smaller winches, lighter machines. So now I got a heavier machine, and I just went with the heavier winch. I'm happy with the installation. There is a little fascia kit that goes over it, but I haven't put that on yet, obviously. But it looks like this. Depending on what you're doing with your build, there is a little downside to it. The Turbo R, Pro R, has this little tongue bumper, which is not strong, but this is a better design than the Pro XP, for sure. I bent mine on the Pro XP, but that's because it's just kind of, it's not secured properly. This one actually kind of bolts right to the frame rails. Boom. Problem is, this doesn't work on here with the winch, because the winch mount goes where these go. So there's just not a way for both of them to work. Given my record with driving these things, it's a little concerning, but I think I'll be all right. I think my plan will be to get one of the DRT kind of, you know what I'm talking about? One of, it's not like a tube bumper, but Jesse has it. I'll show you a picture. So I think that's going to be the route I go. So I'm not going to be able to just throw all kinds of parts at this. Got a few things because they're kind of a necessity. This machine's going to be on stock trailing arms, stock tires. I'm going to get stuck. So the winch, big necessity. It is going to get a cage though, because of safety. So we have the Hollerwood, Crashapalooza. Right after Crashapalooza, in fact, on the way home, we're going to be dropping this off at Far Off Road. And Lou's going to do what he does to this to keep me safe and look cool. So that will be happening soon. After I shut the hell up here, We are going to put a skid plate on here, so I'll show you that when we get to it. If you guys have any suggestions for this platform, let me know. I know a lot of people have said when the lower ball joints go bad. Well, I'm obviously not using Keller's because of what Jesse's gone through, but a lot of people have said the Sandcraft ones, so in the back of my mind when these fail, which I will get them to fail, it'll probably be Sandcraft because I was kind of looking at them too and I like the design. We probably will eventually do some rock lights. I'm not doing whip lights on this thing. I'm just over those. This little piece here, because it's a sport, there's no light. I do want to get a light in there. I like the mustache light. Also, shout out to Seismic Mirrors. Steph is taking her seismic mirrors that were on her 1K, putting them on her Pro XP. I'm taking the ones that were on the Pro XP, putting them on the Turbo R. That's these guys here. You know, we're gonna do something like that. The problem was when they were on the Pro XP, 1 3/4 roll cage tube. Factory one is 2 inch, and I reached out to Seismic. They sent me new clamps, so thank you. This is the second time they've done that. They did this for Dude in the past, and they're just a good company to deal with. They don't send us like mirrors or anything, and we have no affiliation with them, but the customer service is good, and I appreciate that. When we went and got this, I got it not being sure if it'll even fit in the garage, and turns out it doesn't. So we're at like 3 PSI.
Yeah.
And it barely scrapes by. You know, we only got to do this a few times. Once it has the cage, we're obviously going to take quite a few inches out of it, so then we'll be good. But yeah, we had to flatten them bad boys. So skid plate time. As you can see, Dude's here. Not going to go through the whole skid plate installation because it's going to be a pain in the ass and probably boring as shit. But I will show you what I got and how we do it. So we have some parts here. We have some parts over there. But this is the 1/2 inch skid plate from Super ATV, and basically just can't beat the price. This is like half the price as trail armor. This one is more of a pain in the ass. Got to drill a lot of holes. Not full coverage. Once we have it on, I'll show you all the stuff I don't like about it. But like I said, half the price, and just don't have $1,000 to spend on a skid plate right now. So this is better than nothing. In the past, when we've done skid plates, we like to flop the machine over on its side onto a hay bale, a nice cushy landing. We do that at Dude's, but Dude doesn't have any hay bales right now. He's also kind of driven Mrs. Dude's up onto the trailer on one side, got underneath, laid on the ground doing it. Not really into that either, so we came up with an alternate idea. So it's not all the way on its side, but this is going to be easier than laying on the ground. And what we did, Winch, Pro XP, made a little V around this tree, got it leaning against the tree. It's not at its tipping point, so it's not really on the tree. So we ratchet strapped it to the tree, you know, for safety. So now we'll be able to get to this a lot easier because the Super ATV skid plate is a lot of pieces and a lot of drilling, so this is gonna help. We're gonna get to working, and then I think probably when we're done, I'll check back in with you guys unless I see something weird. But if you do the type of riding we do, skid plate's a necessity, even if it's a shitty one. Because whatever you get's gonna be better than this.
Dude, you need to wash that.
And if you guys are long-time watchers, you know that the The cross members bend easily, and this shitty skid plate doesn't help.
Thousands of tears later.
Alright guys, here it is in all its glory. It went smoother than I expected. Still a pain in the ass because you gotta drill a shit ton of holes and use shitty self-tappers. So all that kind of equals up to it being a pain, because we did break some and we had to drill them, get them out with vice grips, and some of them, through some of the thicker stuff, we actually just drilled and tapped them with the M6x1 and used factory hardware. That's why you see some different colors. So with this, you definitely get what you pay for. Some of the seams don't line up good. Nothing under here is bent yet, but we still have shit like this. You know, you got stuff like this. Yeah, they give you the coverage, but that's metal, so that's gonna chip out and it's gonna be a big chunk of rust. Same thing on this one, but you know, it is what it is. It's half the price. And then over here on the rocker panels, you have no coverage. So that's one of the things on the trail armor that I really like, is it kind of has a rock slider that comes up to like here and gives you some protection here. And you definitely need it on some of these trails. So the biggest bummer is this area here in the right underneath your trans. There's nothing. It's just the factory kind of metal bash plate. And you know, like stuff, some of the bigger brands, the more expensive ones, that's covered. I don't know why Super ATV just doesn't cover that. I'm pretty sure all the different pros, the Pro XP, Turbo R, Pro R, I think that's all exposed, which, you know, depending on what you're doing and what you hit, that could end up causing problems down the line. But like I said, you get what you pay for. With that being said, I'm still better off with this than the factory one. So it is a 1/2 inch thick and it covers most of it. So it's, it'll do what I need it to do, I hope. The only thing left in this video we're doing is hopefully surprising Jesse in Hollerwood.
4 to 6 more days later.
So we made it to Hollerwood. Unfortunately, the real Ginger Jesse couldn't make it, because guess what? He broke his Pro R. What do you think about that, Jesse? He doesn't have much to say. He blew apart the ring and pinion on his second Kaufman diff, so he's dealing with that. So unfortunately, he's not here, but he's here in spirit. We have him here. Say hi, Jesse.
He's looking pretty thin too.
Yeah. All the Pro R parts he had to stop eating. So we'll let him rest. The whole thing with the surprise with the Turbo R, we tried to surprise everybody. A lot of those surprises fell through. He still doesn't know. So we're gonna FaceTime him and show him the machine. What's up?
What are you doing?
We made it. I wanted to show you that you're here still. So you're gonna be on the video. You're on camera. You want to say hi to yourself?
Hi myself.
Hold on.
Who do I get to ride with all weekend?
You'll probably be a what's not a PP? A puddle jumper. What do they call them? Buggy
Mud
jumper.
cricket.
Buggy jumper?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And then while we got you on the line, let me figure out this again. Got something else that you have to see. So,
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Steph.
How you doing?
you weren't the only one to mess up your machine. You ready for this?
Well, maybe.
All right. Look at this. I f***ed up my door, so I had to get a new door.
Is that a fucking Turbo R?
Yeah? You said you can't be friends with me.
That thing look brand new.
It is. With my Pro XP doors on it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Jesse knows, so now I can tell the world. By the time you see this, you guys may have already seen it on social medias if you follow us there. But that's going to do it for this video. That was the end. Surprising Jesse. Sucks he wasn't here, but he at least answered his FaceTime, so it is what it is. If you want these videos ad-free, uncensored, if you want your name to be scrolling along here for us showing our appreciation for you helping us, because it does help us, check out our Patreon. Link will be in the description below. If you need parts for your side-by-side, we have a G-Life UTV affiliate link in the description below as well. You can use code Haggard5, save yourself a little coin. If you need go fast parts, like this machine needs, because from the factory they're dogs, check out Bikeman Performance. We have a link below as well for them too. And we also have a code to save you a coin. That code is somewhat Haggard.
It's probably below too.
That is also below.
You should probably just go check out below.
Just go below and check out what we got. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.